Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And the new 1.18 update just went live here in Modern Warfare, and it did make some changes within Warzone. Now, it's important that we go over the new top 5 loadouts / class setups to use in order to get high kill games. The meta has changed within Warzone, and it's important that you guys are running the most up-to-date class setups so you guys are prepared for each and every scenario that you guys might run into. If you guys do enjoy the best class setups, the best settings, the tips and tricks, or want to see any of my future gameplay breakdowns and walkthroughs on Warzone, make sure you guys absolutely smash like button the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. With all being said, let's get right into the new top 5 loadouts to use. Now, what you're going to first see is my M4 range loadout. Now, this is probably the most universal class that you guys can use in Warzone. And if you guys have not yet gotten your first win, I can guarantee you'll probably get it with this loadout. Now, the M4, I like to run it with the Moloch suppressor, and I also like to run it with the stock M16 Grenadier barrel. This barrel is going to allow us to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as increased recoil control. This is the best barrel to use on the M4 because in Warzone, it's very important that you guys are getting accurate shots down at range as fast as possible. Because of the body armor and because you're able to kind of resupply the plates so easily and also regenerate health, it's going to be important that you guys are hitting those chest up shots as frequently as possible so you guys can be killing people as fast as possible. And that's exactly what this Grenadier barrel is going to allow you to do. Now, I also like to run it with the Commando foregrip. Now, whenever I'm running a max barrel attachment on an assault rifle or an SMG, I like to kind of couple it with the Commando foregrip to kind of stabilize those shots because this is going to allow me to have recoil stabilization as well as aiming stability. Very important to use when you guys run the M4. Now, I'm running the 60 round magazine. Now, there's two reasons why I run the 60 round magazine. One, because it's so nice to have 60 rounds so you guys can spray and pray and hit targets on range accurately because we're running the M4. And number two, you're able to take out the body armor and still have enough ammo to maybe potentially take out another player. This is a huge Warzone tip I want to give you guys right now. Whenever you guys kill one player, always assume that there's another nearby. Now, this is also going to kind of come into play as to why I run fully loaded on all of my Warzone class setups. Now, fully loaded allows me to have maximum starting ammunition from the start. Now, this is a mistake that I see a lot of Warzone players make, and honestly, I make this mistake too. Now, whenever you guys get a kill, sometimes, or at least I do it, I don't know if you guys do, but I've seen it happen a lot. People will run over the player they just took out to take their ammo for whatever weapon they're running. Stop doing that. Like I said previously, whenever you guys kill somebody, always expect there's somebody else lurking around trying to third party or get a cleanup kill after you just took out their buddy, or maybe somebody, like I said, is third partying and just watching a battle go down. Don't do that. You'll find yourself taking out a lot of players who are trying to loot up off of dead bodies, and that's exactly why I run fully loaded, to prevent that from happening. Now, I am running overkill on this class setup, and I'm running the HDR. Now, this is the HDR class setup that I run on whatever I'm using the sniper for. So this is going to be the streamlined HDR setup. I like to run the HDR with the 26.9 HDR Pro barrel, which allows me to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as increased recoil control. I'm also running the thermal scope. I'm running the FTech Stalker stock, which allows me to have aim down sight speed increased. I'm running the 9 round magazine, and as well, I'm running fully loaded for the same reason why I run fully loaded for the M4. Now, the HDR is the best sniper in Warzone because you can get a one shot with max health with the armor if you guys hit him chest up or the headshot. So it's going to be very good and very consistent. So I recommend you guys going ahead and using the HDR over any other sniper in Warzone. Now we're getting to the perks. Now, the perks are very important. I run cold-blooded. Obviously, I use cold-blooded because people are running thermal scopes like crazy. Don't be that guy that gets taken out by a thermal sniper. I use thermal snipers. Let me tell you guys, I didn't before I started getting taken out by them. So that's exactly why I run cold-blooded on all of my Warzone class setups. Overkill for this setup, and then I run shrapnel so I can have 2 Semtex grenades because these are very helpful if you guys end up barricading somebody around a corner. throw one Simtex on one side, throw another one on the other side, get that easy cleanup kill. And also it's very easy to take out two people if they're kind of, you know, entrapped somewhere, maybe just camping it out. Having that Simtex is going to be very helpful. And again, I'm also running the heartbeat sensor so I can find those people that are camping in random corners, camping in random buildings. Super helpful to have this on all your class setups. I'm going to be running cold-blooded, shrapnel, the Simtex, and the heartbeat sensor on every single one of my Warzone loadouts. Now you guys see here, I have a FAMAS class. The FAMAS is also a fantastic weapon to use in Warzone. Let me go ahead and tell you guys exactly what I'm running on my FAMAS. I'm running with the FR 24.4-inch sniper barrel, which allows me to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as increased recoil control. Super helpful when running the FAMAS. I'm able to 3-burst people when they have max health and armor, so definitely a solid weapon to use. I'm also running the PERK foregrip. Now this is going to allow me to have recoil control and also hip fire accuracy. I'm going to be able to hip fire players when they come at me at close range, and sometimes you can get that lucky kill, and that's exactly why I like to run the PERK foregrip, because increased hip fire accuracy. Again, I'm running the 60-round magazine for the same reason I run it on the M4. I won't be able to spray and pray, take out one, maybe two players, depending on if somebody is lurking around in the nearby area. I also run the GI Mini Reflex because this is the cleanest sight picture, in my opinion, for the FAMAS, and I'm most comfortable running an optic, and I don't really like the iron sights on this weapon, especially when I am playing Warzone, because obviously with this game mode, you want to be able to see your enemies clearly. I'm going to be able to pinpoint your shots to the chest up so you guys can get those fast time to kill. And then finally, I'm running fully loaded again, so I do not have to run over an enemy's body to get ammo and not get ambushed, you know, doing that in that process. And again, I'm running the HDR, cold-blooded, overkill shrapnel, Simtex, and the heartbeat sensor. Now this is going to be an aggressive Warzone class setup, which is actually very good. Now in my opinion, the M13 is the best assault rifle to use in Warzone. I absolutely love the M13. It kills incredibly fast, and I think this is the best weapon to use if you guys are trying to rush and be a little bit more aggressive. This is going to be for you guys who are a little bit more seasoned, or also for you guys who just hate camping in Warzone, because quite honestly, I don't like camping in Warzone, so having the M13 is very helpful, and I love using it. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm running. I'm using it with the Moloch suppressor, the Tempest marksman barrel, which allows me to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as increased recoil control. Very helpful. For the same reason why I run the max barrel on the M4, I won't be able to get my shots down on target as accurately and as quickly as possible, and that's exactly what this Tempest barrel is allowing me to do with the M13. I'm running the Solo Zero optic mini reflex on this weapon because this is the optic sight that I'm most comfortable with the M13, and I'm most accurate with. So I recommend you guys running either this or the GI mini reflex. Both of these sights are very good, and I think you guys will find success running the M13 with this optic. I have on the 60-round magazine, again for the same exact reason. I run it on the M4 to take out more than one player, and so I do not end up getting ambushed. And then finally, again, I have on fully loaded on this setup, so I don't have to constantly loot up on dead bodies, and so I do not get ambushed, and I could be doing the ambushing, because that's something that you guys need to keep in mind when playing Warzone. Now I'm running the Snake Shot Akimbos. These are deadly in Warzone. Let me tell you, these are amazing. Let me show you my 357 class setup. I have on the 357 long barrel, which allows me to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as increased recoil control. I have on the 5 milliwatt laser, allowing me to have increased hip fire accuracy and increased sprint to fire speed. The lightweight trigger, so I can shoot the weapon a little bit faster. The Snake Shot, and then finally the Akimbo perk. Guys, fantastic for killing people in corners. I love 357. You guys always seem to want to know my Magnum class setup. That is exactly what I'm using. And because I am not running overkill on this setup, I have on Ghost, because players are now figuring out how to get advanced UAVs. And if you guys don't know how to get advanced UAVs, you have to call on 3 UAVs at the same time with your squad. You guys get advanced UAV. People are always using UAVs in Warzone, so Ghost is going to be a huge help. And again, I have the same exact, you know, cold-blooded, Ghost, shrapnel, Simtex with that heartbeat sensor to find those people sitting in corners. Now I'm also running a PKM class up. This is also an aggressive build you guys can use in Warzone, and the PKM is honestly a very solid weapon in this mode. I have it with the 26.9-inch extended barrel, which allows me to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as recoil control, so I can get those shots down accurately and as fast as possible over ranges and bust that body armor. Going to be super helpful and really effective. The PKM melts, and in my opinion, it is the best LMG to use in Warzone. I have on the snatch grip, which allows me to have increased recoil control and also increased aim down sight speed, because this is an LMG, so I want to be able to aim down sight as fast as possible. I have that 200 round belt, so I can take out 1, 2, 3 people, maybe even a 4th straggler in Warzone. Super helpful. Gonna be ripping through that body armor. A very solid class setup and attachment option for this weapon. I have on fully loaded, so I don't have to get ambushed, and so I don't have to constantly looting up, players' bodies. And then finally, I'm running the no stock attachment, so I can kind of offset that weight increase that max barrel is going to give on this weapon. And since this is an LMG, that 200 round belt is also going to slow down that weight. That no stock attachment, which I'm running right now, is kind of, offset that a little bit to make this weapon a little bit more mobile, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Increased movement speed and also increased aim down sight speed. A solid attachment option for the PKM, and something that you guys should definitely be using. Now again, I have the same exact 357 Magnum class setup, akimbo, snake shots, just deadly, rips through body armor at close range. A fantastic weapon to use if you guys are trying to clear out a building. And then again, I have the same exact perk, lethal and tactical, cold-blooded, ghost, shrapnel, Semtex with the heartbeat sensor. Now finally, I'm going to be showcasing my Grau 5.56 class setup, another solid AR to use. If you guys do not like to run the M4 for whatever reason, you guys can check out this Grau class setup. I like to run it with the Malik suppressor, the FSS 26.4-inch Archangel barrel, which allows you to have increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, as well as increased recoil control. You guys can run the Nexus barrel also if you guys want to, but I like the iron sight that this barrel does give this weapon. You guys can kind of see here, it has that kind of pinpoint iron sight barrel that you guys can see. So that's what I like to run, the Archangel barrel. Again, the commando fork to stabilize those shots so I can be as accurate as possible over ranges, because that's something that's very important when you guys are playing Warzone. The 60 round magazine, so I can take out more than one player with one mag and I do not get caught reloading. And also, I'm finally running the full loaded perk, so like I said again, I don't have to get ambushed and I don't have to constantly be picking up ammo off of dead bodies. These are going to be the 5 best weapons and the 5 best loadouts to use in Warzone. You guys can see here again, this is an overkill setup. So I have that HDR, and again, cold-blooded, overkill, shrapnel, Semtex with the heartbeat sensor. Like I said, 5 best weapons and loadouts to use in Warzone. If I were to take one loadout that I would use if you guys were looking for your first win, it has to be this M4 class setup. And if you guys are seasoned Warzone players, you guys are trying to go for a kill record, maybe get a 35, 40, hell, maybe in a 50 kill win, go ahead and check out this aggressive M13 class setup. Hope this video did help you guys out. If you guys did get your first win using one of my class setups, make sure you guys let me know down in the comment section right now. Hope you guys did enjoy, and for more Warzone content, make sure you guys absolutely smash the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. With all being said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces. If you made it this far into the video, odds are you enjoy the content or you are a very loyal subscriber, and I cannot thank you guys enough for your everlasting support. If you guys are unaware, every single night at 11:45 p.m. Central Time, and also every single morning at 11:15 a.m. Central Time, I am live streaming over on Twitch. On Twitch, I'm playing Modern Warfare with viewers, subscribers, anybody who wants to go ahead, interact with me, or run a couple games of Modern Warfare. You can go ahead and find my Twitch channel by searching in twitch.tv/EarsXBL in the Google search bar, or going on Twitch and typing in EarsXBL. My channel's gonna be the first thing that pops up. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop me a follow. We are on the road to 8,000 followers, as well as if you guys have Twitch Prime and want to hook your boy up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you guys do actually subscribe to the channel with Twitch Prime, or actually use a tier 1 sub, make sure you guys let me know over on Twitter. My link is going to be down in the description below. Tweet me a picture and I'll make sure to follow you guys back and give you guys a personalized thank you. Appreciate all the support you guys have been showing on the videos. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I hope to see as many of you guys over on the Twitch streams as possible. With all being said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.